first off, right off the bat, how adaptable are you at taking on new and different roles?
Oh, extremely. Yeah. I've been acting since I was like 7, 8 years old. And it's just been something that I've always wanted to get better at more and more. So I'm constantly taking classes, I'm constantly reading books, reading plays, watching movies. It's something that I want to be able to do in every way, shape, and form, and I want to be versatile. I want to be a commodity that's different than a lot of what we're seeing in Hollywood. I feel like there's too many actors that kind of fit into one role and they're playing that same role over and over again, and that would be a fear of mine, is to be just typecasted. I want to be someone that can branch out, that can be different, that, you'll watch one movie and watch another movie and be like, I can't believe that's the same person. I want to be able to have that skill and that talent. And I believe I'm working towards that, so.
Very nice, very nice.
So I see that you've done some singing, or you enjoy singing. What kind of experience have you had with singing? Like, have you been in choirs in high school, or have you done voice lessons over the years?
Yeah, I've actually been singing in my church choir since I was very, very young, probably about 5 years old, even before I knew how to sing, But when I got into high school, I was in madrigals for my sophomore year through my senior year. I was an officer for madrigals my junior and senior year as well. So a lot of choir festivals, a lot of different songs in different languages, a lot of intense voice lessons. I also did musical theater as well in high school, so that also required a lot of voice training. So I have experience in that, and that's something that I also love doing. I don't believe it's something that would overtake acting. If I had the choice, I would definitely do straight acting, but musical theater is also a huge passion of mine.
Hey, what school did you go to?
I went to Capistrano Valley High School.
Nice, very nice. Let me ask you, what are some of your greatest strengths as an actor? Like, what can we do for you to show you off as like just like nothing compares to you? Like, what do you excel at as an actor?
I believe I excel more in, pardon me. I believe I excel more in dramatics. I have definitely worked on emotional vulnerability, emotional connection, being able to take on a role and present myself as that character as opposed to Nikki playing that character. I believe I have a lot of empathy. I have a lot of human connection experience. I believe that observation and connection are huge when it comes to attempting to portray a character. I draw a lot from what I see in the world around me. Personally, like I said, I believe I'm very adaptable, so anywhere you put me, really, I feel like I will have the ability to excel and to stand out and be different. I'm just here hoping that you give me the opportunity to be able to prove that to you.
Thank you.
So I also see that you have some leadership skills. You mentor high school students.
Yes.
What kind of activities would you normally do with them?
Usually it's through my church, so every week we do a 2-hour Bible study, but also I mentor them, and we do a lot of community serving projects, so working at food pantries, homeless shelters, Habitat for Humanity, building houses. So it's more about shepherding high schoolers into, again, like I said, developing that human connection, developing empathy, and being able to go into the world around them and see what they can do and what they can do to help people and make the world a better place. And I think it's important to start that at a young age. Also, we do a lot of fun stuff like, go ice skating, or we have like summer camp and winter retreats and stuff. And it's just, I think the best thing that you can do for the next generation is to make them feel loved and to give them a person that they know that they can trust and that won't, judge them, and that gives them the confidence to be able to go out into the world and believe that they are able to achieve whatever they want to achieve. So that's kind of my goal in doing what I'm doing, and I've been doing it for about 5 years now, and I absolutely love it.
Where do you see your career go in the next 5 to 10 years? Ideally, where would you want your career to go?
I only see myself at the very top. I don't see myself not succeeding, or else I wouldn't be here. I understand that I have to start from the bottom, and I'm very much willing to do so. If anything, I want to be able to build myself up and see every single level of what this industry has to offer. And like I said, continually educating myself, getting more knowledge, seeing what it takes to get where I want to get. In the next 5 years, hopefully have some projects under my belt that I'm proud of, build up a resume, being represented commercially, wherever that puts me, being background in an episode, starting there, or, just interning for a company or anything like that. But in the next 5 years, I see myself continually persevering and working my way up and up and up.
Very nice.
Great, and I also see you're bilingual. So have you considered, if you've given the opportunity, would you play a role in a movie speaking a different language?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a first-generation Persian American, and I actually didn't learn English until I was 5 years old, so Farsi is my first language. And I believe diversity is something that needs to be represented more in Hollywood, and I know particularly with this moment in time, with a lot of tension between America and between Iran, I feel like there's been a lot of misconceptions about Persian Americans and about Persian people in general, so I would love to be the face of unity, of bringing people together, of showing, hey, we're not that different, mm-hmm. and that it's possible to bring cultures together, and that it's possible to, unite and come together and represent something that's more than just tension, or that's more than just political, and represent something that's human, and that human experience.
Well said. Definitely. You definitely show up a lot of confidence.
Thank you.
That's a plus.
Thank you.
It's very impressive. And also, what do you hope to achieve with us? So, joining our agency, what do you want to get the most out of?
Well, you guys definitely have a track record of being able to book a lot of jobs for your actors, mm-hmm. and I'm personally the type that needs to constantly be busy, always doing something, always trying something new, and with what I've seen, you guys are very good at keeping your clients busy, and I would absolutely love that. Like I said, I'm adaptable, so I could do as many auditions, as many roles, as many episodes as you need me to at once, and that's what I'm hoping for, really, is to be able to get a lot of work in a short amount of time and prove that I have the ability to keep that all in place and to give 100% at everything that I'm doing, regardless of how much I'm doing.
Yeah. Well, you inspire to be very proactive, and that's a great thing to have.
Thank you.
Especially in this industry.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I know you're mainly into the acting and all that. If down the line it does not work out, would there be any other fields you would like to go into, making, doing them, being in the background, actually making the videos, editing them, sound stuff? Has that ever crossed your mind?
I personally haven't had any experience behind the camera. I've been on sets and I've observed, and it looks very very intricate, but it's definitely something that I would be interested in. Personally, if I had to pick something behind the camera, it would probably be writing or casting. That would be something that I would want to do. I actually was a literature major for my first couple of years of college, so I'm very, very in tune with writing. But, if I can't be the one that's acting, I want to be the one that's helping the person that's acting and help other actors pursue their roles and pursue their careers and whatnot. So I believe that casting would also be a really, really great thing to do.
Very nice.
Did you have a monologue prepared for today?
I do. Would you like to see it?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right.
Terribly sorry about that.
All right. I will be performing a monologue from Collected Stories by Donald Margulies. What if I am just a one-book wonder? What if I'm not really a writer after all? Everything I've been doing all of these weeks just waiting for the book to come out. I don't know. I've got to think of something bigger, something outside of myself. I've got to get out of the suburbs. I need to get away from people my own age. It's hell being the voice of a generation. What do I do? I mean, every idea that I have now just seems so small now, so puny. My whole life, disaffected youth, disaffected parents, sex and drugs in the family room, mother drinks, father cheats, you name it, I have told all of it. Crammed everything I know into a mere 186 pages. And that's with title pages and a large edition typeface, which personally I find really embarrassing. It's pathetic. I looted my diaries for tasty morsels, my frenzied, angst-ridden adolescent jottings. I stole whole chunks. The truth is, I'm not so angry anymore. I mean, now I'm in treatment and I moved to Chelsea and I don't know what to do now. I've done my parents, I've done my family, and I'm not angry with them anymore. Fuck them. But I don't know what to do now. I write all day, allegedly. I don't see anybody, I don't go anywhere because I am allegedly writing all day. My friends are exactly like me and they've ended up in exactly the same position that I am. My boyfriend's a lawyer. Need I say more? Every little quasi idea that pops into my head just seems so banal, so television. You were lucky. You had all that wonderful, rich Jewish stuff to draw on, that culture, that first generation American experience. Nothing in my life could ever approach that. What do I have? WASP culture? That's like no culture at all. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks
Thank you
so
so much for your time, guys. I look forward